what happened last week, Goose. I woke up, stretched my fluffy white fur, looked in the mirror and said, today's the day I finally treat myself. I mean, am a cat with blue eyes and soft long hairy deserve a fancy breakfast? Right, so I strutted to the store like a diva and boom, the milk price hit me like a car chase scene from a Pixar movie. I blinked twice thinking maybe my contact lenses glitched, but nope. The numbers were real. Even my favorite tuna got more expensive than a diamond ring. I looked at the cashier and said, "Excuse me, sir, is there a discount for emotional damage?" He laughed. I did. My wallet cried in 3 languages. Then I thought maybe I could save money by walking home instead of taking a cab. But guess what? Even the bus driver said, "Fuel prices went up." I said, "You mean you're driving on liquid gold now?" He didn't think it was funny, but I did until he told me the new ticket price. I felt my 9 lives leaving my body one by one. I got home, opened my phone to complain online, but electricity went off. I was like, perfect timing, universe, thank you for your sense of humor. Then my phone battery died too. Like seriously, I can't afford milk. Can't afford Wi-Fi, and now I can't even afford light. I opened the fridge hoping for inspiration, empty, just like my soul. Even my cat Snacks betrayed me. I found one lonely biscuit staring at me like, "Good luck, sister." At that point, I decided to meditate. Maybe inner peace is free until I remembered I needed incense and candles for that, which surprised. Also got expensive. I swear the candle looked at me like, "You sure you can afford to burn me, princess?" So I sat in the dark thinking about my life choices. You know it's bad when you start bargaining with your shampoo. I was like, "Listen, we're going to stretch you for another week, okay?" Even my fur conditioner gave me attitude. It said, "Girl, with your budget, just embrace the phrase." I couldn't even argue. The next morning, I tried to make coffee but realized sugar joined the expensive club too. So I took one sip and instantly evolved into a philosopher. I was like, maybe life is bitter for a reason. Then I posted a meme about it. Well, tried to, but the internet bill reminded me who's boss. At this point, I realized we're not living animal, we're just surviving episodes of Who Wants to Be a Broke Millionaire? I mean, seriously, if prices go up any higher, we'll need to pay rent for oxygen. But you know what? I decided to laugh about it, because if I don't laugh, you'll cry, and crying uses water, and water is expensive too. So now I just joke about it, brush my long white fur, and remind myself, we may be broke, but at least we still got sarcasm. It's free for now. And you know what's even funnier? Everyone keeps saying, "Stay positive, things will get better." Sure, Karen, but can positivity pay my electric bill? I tried smiling at the supermarket cashier hoping for a discount. I smiled back and added tax. I almost fainted in 3 Pixar slow motion. Then my neighbor told me she started growing vegetables on her balcony to save money. I thought it was genius until I realized I don't even have a balcony. I tried planting mint in a cup by the window. The sun looked at me like, "Not today, queen." Even the mint gave up halfway. It said, "This economy is not for me." Then, my friend suggested I start walking instead of using transport. So, I walked 10 minutes later. My legs called 911. I swear I could hear my knees whisper, "Fuel might be expensive, but this pain is priceless." When I got home, I checked my messages. People were arguing about prices online, some blaming the government, others blaming the cats. I was like, "Excuse me, leave us out of this. We're just trying to survive with dignity and cheap tuna." Then I thought maybe I could become an influencer to make extra money. But the moment I opened the camera, the lighting said, "You can't afford me anymore." Even my ring light was flickering like it was protesting inflation. I posted one funny video, got 5 likes, all from my mom. "Thanks, Mom, but I need more than emotional support to pay for shampoo." Then I saw this motivational quote online. "Money can't buy happiness." I was like, maybe not, but it can buy cheese. And cheese makes me happy. Anyway, after all that chaos, I realized something deep. Life is a comedy show we didn't audition for, and the only way to survive it is to keep laughing. So now every time prices go up, I clap. I literally clap. Like, bravo, another episode of economic gymnastics. Because if we can't control it, at least we can make it funny. And when I look in the mirror, blue eyes, long white fur, messy hair, but still fabulous, I tell myself, girl, you're not broke, you're just pre-rich. One day, we'll all look back and laugh louder. But until then, pass me that last biscuit, we'll call it dinner. And speaking of gas stations, last week, I stopped by just to check the prices. I didn't even buy anything. I just stood there like I was visiting a museum. People were staring, but I was like, don't mind me, I'm just admiring modern art. This number right here, a masterpiece of pain. I swear. One man filled his tank halfway and whispered to the pump, that's all you're getting, buddy. I wanted to clap for him. That's courage in 2025. Then, I went home and checked my fridge. It was so empty, even the light bulb left. I opened the door and there was a note. Gone fishing, good luck. I laughed, but deep down, I felt that note on a spiritual level. The next day, I tried to cook something creative with what was left of a tomato, one egg, and mysterious cheese from 2023. I called it inflation lasagna. Gordon Ramsay would cry, but I posted it online and got comments like, Queen, that's innovation. I'm not broke, I'm a culinary pioneer. Then, I thought, maybe I should start a trend. Luxury on a budget. You know, make people laugh about surviving tough times. Because honestly, when everything around you gets expensive, humor becomes your only affordable therapy. Now every morning, I wake up, stretch my fluffy white fur, look into my big blue eyes in the mirror, and say, Luna, you got this. You survived worse. You survived 2020. Then, I scroll social media everyone's pretending life is perfect, showing lats and sunsets. Meanwhile, my breakfast is air and imagination. But hey, it's 0 calories and 100% organic. Sometimes I do yoga not to relax, but to reach snacks, I hit on the top shelf. That's what we call fitness motivation. My friends call me dramatic, but I'm not dramatic. I'm just living in his emotions. If I drop my phone now, I don't even panic for the screeny, panic for the repair costs. And you know what's wild? Everyone's giving advice like, start saving. From what, Susan? My hope and dreams in saving coins, so old they might have historical value. I tried putting them in a jar, but the jar looked at me like, seriously? Then my mom called and said, you need to stop stressing, dear. And I was like, sure, Mom. Let me just turn off the economy real quick. But in all this chaos, there's something beautiful. We're all in this together. Everyone's fighting their own little battles, laughing between the tears. I realized that when I shared one funny video, people commented things like, you made my day. That hit me. Made law or won't fix the prices, but it fixes people, even for a moment. So now when life throws another shock, I say, bring it on, because as long as I can joke about it, I'm still winning. And to everyone listening, if your wallet's crying, hum it. If your cat's judging you, tell her she's next to pay rent. And if you were tired, take a break, but don't give up, because we're not just surviving, we're creating comedy gold from Chaz. So this is Luna the fabulous white cat with blue eyes, long shiny fur, and a heart full of sarcasm signing off. Remember, life's expensive, but your smile is still free. Stay broke but beautiful, laugh now, and cry at the gas station later.